Hello, welcome to Rimworld. I've played quite a bit of this game and I've just thought I might as well record some of it just for fun. So I currently do have a colony going, but I'm just gonna disregard that and do a new colony. And I haven't really messed around with most of this. I think I've tried Lost Tribe once, but I wasn't really into it. So we're just gonna do the regular crash landed mode. And if you don't know what this game is, basically it's kind of like a prison architect style game, if you know what that is. You basically control and manage a whole colony, control what everyone's doing, build stuff, expand, and just basically try to survive. And we're gonna do the crash landed setting here. So this is like basically the normal setting. Start with 3 people, and you start with some stuff, and basically just try to survive. And we're gonna play on rough mode. I'm not too crazy, so, and we're not gonna do permadeath just because. Like, what does that do again? You get 1 save file. Yeah, I'm not that hardcore. We'll do this for now. Maybe in the future, if I'm actually good at this game, but. And we'll use the seed Hitomi, which is just a random seed. And we're gonna do 50% planet coverage, just because, why not? And we'll generate this and normal stuff. Maybe we'll mess around with the other stuff in the future. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to play the game. Haven't really played recently, so I know there's a lot that's been added to it. They added caravans, and I'm sure just a bunch of other stuff. I don't really know. Biggest thing is the caravan update, which I guess makes you able to travel across the world, which you couldn't do in the base game. So we're gonna be selecting a landing site here because we're dropping from a pod, but I think I just want to do a random site, so hopefully we don't get shafted. Where are we? Right here? Alright. That doesn't seem too bad. Not really near anything. I mean, we got these guys, which could be a problem. But we'll just take it. Though, honestly, I kinda wanna move right there. It's kinda unlucky that we landed on the one arid spot. At least I think it's unlucky. I don't know. Maybe I should just play for the No, I'll cheat a little bit. I don't want it to be too crazy. Maybe this would be easier. I don't know. Let's see. Let's read about it. Plains of grasses. Plants are hardy and there's moderate density of animals. This is called choking overgrowth. Aggressive animals. Constant diseases is green hell. Oh God. All right. You know what? Maybe we'll just take that instead. All right. So we have our landing zone. Now we need to pick our characters, our starting characters at least. Basically, obviously you want to have some starting characters with some pretty good basic stats, or just stats in general, pretty all around, if you can. So he's incapable of intellectual stuff, but he's a green thumb, he's jealous, and he's a jogger. Which seems really good because he doesn't really have any downside besides this 1 stab scar. That's probably not a big deal. He's only 43, so he's not gonna croak out on me anytime soon. Hopefully. He's got good shooting stat, melee stats alright, and doesn't really matter. Medicine is pretty good. Cooking, honestly, really good character. His name, Jonathan John Craig. I think we'll. Ah, shit. I forgot that didn't mean randomize the fucking name. Alright, it's fine. We'll find a new guy. We'll probably not find one as good as him ever again. Except he's pretty good. Except he's incapable of so many things and he's 75 years old. You might be okay. Incapable of nothing. He's a little bit of a dick, but that's fine. Alright, he will do. He's pretty good at shooting, not great, but he's pretty all around. So, Marco Wong, welcome to the team. smoke leaf dependence. Definitely don't feel like dealing with that. Let's see. This guy is a pessimist, physically hypersensitive. He's got like pretty good stats. In comparison to him, what do we need is the thing. We would like maybe some better cooking stat. Growing stat would be good. Artistic, it doesn't really matter to me. I mean, that'll increase joy, but I'm sure we'll find someone who's good at art. But maybe we'll keep going for a while here. You could do pretty well. Yeah, never mind. You'll be useless early on. Incapable of firefighting. But other than that, you're pretty good. So he's also all around. He's kind of just like a better version of him. Actually, it's like they're basically the same people. I think he's pretty good. Jordan Edmund Nelson. Yeah, that's fine. And Arthur Gardner. Now, we do not have really good mining on anyone, and that would be helpful for the start here. Maybe someone with like a pretty good mining stat is what we want. I mean, we'll take another all around, but maybe all around with a good mining stat. Dumb labor, that's pretty hard if they're incapable of doing that. I mean, it's like all like the stupid, like, it's like hauling shit around. I think maybe even maybe construction might be considered dumb labor. I'm not really sure. But he is pretty good. I would like a better growing stat though on someone. If we get both a good growing and mining stat like that, I think that's good. I mean, these guys are like, they're not great at shooting, but they're good enough. He's not really good at much, but he's good at growing and mining. Those are the two things I was just talking about. And he's not horrible at everything else. I mean, he's pretty bad, but I don't have anyone who can do anything art related. But, well, I mean, they can, but it's a 0. But I think we're fine. Ichabod Oaf, I think, say welcome to the team. Except what? Okay. We want him to avoid drugs. No empathy. He's limited in his feeble body. He wants some prosthetics. Alright, I'm fine with this. Marco, Jordan, Ichabod, welcome to the crew.
Oh man, I think we have a pretty good starting lineup here.
It's a bit less varied than I might like. So you wake up in your cryo sleep sarcophagi to the sound of sirens ripping metal. You barely get to the escape pods before a ship's torn apart. Sometime later, land on this unknown Rimworld. As pieces of shredded starship fall around you, you start making plans to survive. And that's really loud. So 1 second. This will probably be a bit better. We're paused. Alright. So this is how the game works. You can pause time at any point to just kind of like see what's going on here. And so we also have this little dog here, Abel. Cute husky. So basically, first of all, you want to allow all of these items. Right now they're forbidden, which means my colonists are not able to touch them, do anything with them. So we just want to quickly unforbid all these so we can actually do some stuff here. And luckily they do allow us to start with some weapons. They give you a rifle, a pistol, and a plasteel knife, I believe. Yeah, plasteel knife, which is pretty good. So we also want to look around the map just to see if there's anything we want to unforbid. We have like a big, oh yeah, we spawned on the coast. So we have a nice coastline there, which I don't think we can get attacks from, so it might be good to put our base more near there. And we do have some, we have a little nice spot to kind of build our house, actually, kind of like right here, our base. I'm not sure if you can build on sand, is the only issue. But, like, there's a lot of it, so I kind of assume you can. We do have, like, a little structure right here. Oh, I didn't see all this. We have, like, a structure right here that we might be able to turn into a little base. That'd be a pretty good starting base, actually. So here we can see you have the architect things for all your building needs. You can also set up like zones, growing zones, stockpile zones, that kind of stuff. Walls, doors, and just like you need materials. Obviously, we started with some. It says I don't have any, but we don't have a storage unit set up, so that's why it says I don't have any. This is the work tab, which you can set what people can and can't do, or even better, if you really want to get into it, which I usually do, you can mess with, you know, what priority each thing is listed as. So like some people will always do constructing over plant cutting or whatever. So that can be really helpful. We also have a good doctor, which is good because I wasn't really paying attention to that. Oh, we have some more steel over here. That's good. And some more meals. What are these guys? Rhinos? Rhinoceros. Very cool. I don't think I've ever done an arid, whatever this place is. Arid place. Here's some ship chunks that we can deconstruct for materials. Good stuff. Anyways, I'm gonna get to the work thing in a little bit here. And we have some other tabs here. Restriction tab. This is how we set up how our colonist days go about. So I'm going to say you guys got to, actually no, you wake up, you get a couple hours of joy time, and then you're basically working all day for like 12 hours or whatever that is. And then you can do whatever you want in your last 2 hours, I think. Right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 hours of work. That's a lot of work. How many hours of sleep is that? I still get 8 hours. That's pretty good. They'll get over it. That'll be fine. That's what you gotta do in a colony type situation. You gotta be working a lot. So, while we're at it here, because we have this nice pre-built base, we're gonna just build some walls. Throw a door on there. That's not a door. Throw a door on there and see what we got going on. Colonists need bed, all that good stuff. So we might as well do that right now, because like I don't have to actually build anything. We do actually have to worry about our colonists' mood settings, or their how they're feeling basically. So you can click on someone, and they have this little bar here, and you can look at their social tab, their gear, you know, their character, and this was an important one, their needs. So we can see he's, you know, got some good stuff going on here. He's got low expectations, new colony optimism, joy filled. So he's joyful for the future, but he doesn't have a bionic body part, so that's gonna make him feel bad basically until he gets one. He's feeling a little bad and he's sick, which I'll probably be a bit maybe sick, but anyways, what's up with him? Frostophile? Oh, he's also one. Alright, well I guess we're at some point gonna be needing to make some bionic body parts here, or I'll still be upset. But we should also pick up these guns here. So see, he's a level 7 shooter, so we're gonna give him the bolt action. After Marco builds that, I'm gonna give him the pistol. Have him equip it. Alright, boom. Go pick up that pistol. And Ichabod, you're not really good at melee, but it doesn't really matter. You probably won't do much in fights anyways. He's got a nice hairdo there. It's like a shaved head, shaved sides, but like a mullet going on. Really cool, honestly. Sarcasm, if you couldn't tell. We didn't finish our work assigning, so we might as well do that right now. So, Edmund is our designated doctor, it would seem, so we're gonna put that on like a 1. Like, if anyone's in danger, you gotta go help them. And then, you know, you're like a 4, or you're like a 4, just in case we need you, maybe. Bed rest, probably just a 1. Don't want them getting tired. Flicking switches and stuff, you know, anyone can do it. Just get it done. Wardening. So this is if we ever capture a prisoner, we can have a warden, you know, decide what to do with them. Basically, they can be recruiting them or just the one feeding them, that sort of thing. Just basically watching over them. It looks like Marco's doing that for now, so we're just going to leave that as is for now. Handling, this is if you have animals. So I mean, it's like, I've never really messed with handling a whole lot, so I'm just going to leave it as is, maybe even like put it on a 4. So I don't really care that much about it. Cooking, pretty important one. They can both do it, but we'll make Ichabod the designated cook for now. Hunters should definitely be these two. They're the ones with guns.
I might change
Priority on those. 3 is alright for now. Construction, an important one, which both of you can do. You'll have it on a 2 though. Growing, definitely really important. We'll even put that up there, up on the 2. Mining's a 3 for now. Plant cutting. If you're growing, you should also be plant cutting. You don't have to do that, honestly. I don't know why. Well, I guess, you know, if you need to cut down some trees or something. The smithing, I think we can just make Edmund do that. Though, he can't really grow his skill of smithing. But Ichabod's already doing quite a lot. Just put it to 4, maybe. Tailoring isn't super important right now. We don't have a crafting bench, and I don't think I'll be crafting clothes for a little bit here. Art, everyone sucks at, so just don't even bother. We'll find someone who does, because that's one thing about this game. You can and will find more colonists if you want to take them in, that is. So you know what? He can be our crafter because he's already our miner. Hauling is a big one, so we definitely want that up there, like as a 2 on him, because he's the constructor, and so that'd be a big deal. I think everyone should haul, just, you know, you make it a priority. I think cleaning, this is also something that should be a priority at some point. But the place isn't dirty yet, and I don't feel like it should always be high up there. So we do have a couple intellectuals here will be good for researching in the future, but I'm just not going to worry about that right now. So Edmund is just going to kind of be like, he's not going to have really anything that he's like super designated to yet. Maybe he should be designated to hauling, just in the meantime. I think that makes sense. We should, I'm sorry, the beginning of this game is a little bit slow, because you kind of have to like set everything up here, but that's fine. You kind of have to deal with it. We want to make a stockpile zone. We should definitely just allow these while we can. I don't want to forget about that. So we want to set up a zone, a stockpile zone, which I'm not sure where the greatest spot for this would be. We can see we can't actually build on this like outer edge here. I don't think we can get attacked from water, but I'm actually not certain. I would say See, the thing is, we're going to be definitely getting attacked from, like, either of these sides. I don't know about the back, but... So we have to, like, kind of think about our building structure relative to that. But I would say that we just make it back here for now. It's, like, kind of, like, out of the way. It's a little far for them to travel to, though. So, you know what, we'll actually make it a little closer to home and say it can be like right here. So just for now, that'll be our stockpile zone. Let's expand that a little bit. Maybe even over down here a little bit. Alright. So we'll say that's a good little stockpile zone. We're gonna have to build walls around it at some point, but for now that's what's gonna have to do. And we're just gonna, you can set the storage, so like what goes into the stockpile zone. Basically right now we just want everything in there. At some point we're gonna have to build a refrigerator type thing for all the food, so our food isn't just left out in the open. But we're not gonna bother with that just yet. We will very soon though. Abel is freaking out, barking. We're going to set up a couple torches here, just so our people aren't sitting in the dark. Maybe like that's probably fine amount. I don't know if these things are like aggressive at all. I don't really think so. Should be fine, hopefully. Everyone's got their beds made, which is great. So we're just gonna assign these all. They're gonna be a bit unhappy that they have to share a room for the time being, but they're just gonna have to kind of deal with it at the moment because it's what we got at the moment. It was the first thing that we basically saw. I kind of just had to take the opportunity that was given to us. So you can also mine, which is what I'm doing. So these little things here, if I hover over it, we can see down in the corner there that's compacted steel, and it's also some compacted steel, which doesn't make sense because I'm pretty sure steel is like something that's like, it's just a combination of like iron and like brass or whatever it was. Not brass, you know, but so it doesn't really make a lot of sense that it's just there, but that's fine. It's like, it'd be a little bit irritating to have to smelt steel, probably, which steel is used for building and all that, probably. So whatever, you know, we won't get into the specifics here, but I'm a little bit annoyed. Not really. We got a geyser down here. That's pretty cool. Agave. Oh shit. Can we like use that? That might be a sort of like a plant that we can use. It's ready to harvest. Interesting. Ooh, that reminds me. We definitely gotta set up growing zones as fast as possible, basically. So I'm not sure what's good for growing, though. This is rich soil, so that would be good to grow around, even though it has a geyser there. I assume you can't really grow much in sand, so that's going to prove kind of an issue. Prove to be kind of an issue. We have some more rich soil down here, but it's like super far away. I've never had this kind of situation. We do have this land here. Yeah. I'm thinking we're just gonna set up our growing zones. Maybe just right here. That makes sense, I think. Unfortunately, you know, I don't really want to make it over here just because the geyser's there, which we're going to have to use to set up like a I think maybe like a steam power generator. Yeah, you can't even grow on the sand, as you can see. We'll just do something like that, some 8x8s, I guess. It's probably not really enough. maybe like, here, maybe like an 8 by like 12, 10, 8 by 10, or 10 by, I don't remember which one goes first. Alright, so let's set up a few of these, and we can change what exactly they're going to be growing in a second here. So let's just get them all set up. I think 4 might be fine to start with. Like that, something like that. Maybe even 5. We'll see what we have as options here. So potatoes, this is what we're going to be making. Basically, whenever you click on something, all your options are going to be showed down here for what you can do with it. Potato plants are going to be grown in that one. We can make rice in this field. Corn in that field. I'm just kind of like doing the basics at the moment. And we have some other options here. We got heel root, hot plant, smoke leaf, and psychoid. Those are used for drugs. Also hot plant is, I think, as well. We're gonna just make some like strawberries, I think, and then some heel root. I think that's a good start for us. That might even be more than a good start. So we're just gonna play here. Lots of pausing in the start of the game, I know, but it's definitely worth it to make sure we like know exactly what we're doing here, not just kind of like running around like a headless chicken or whatever. So I am a little bummed out that I didn't use this land. I might, but I think it makes more sense. Just, keep it a little more close to home, all that sort of stuff. Maybe I should. Can you build on the sand? You can. Well, that's good to know. Maybe I should do all constructing of buildings on sandy areas. Leave the exposed areas for growing. Not that I'm going to use this much growing land, but just thinking about the future. Just thinking about things, really. This rhinoceros kind of just being a jerk here. So we definitely gotta be thinking about our future here, because we are going to need all these like production things. Not all of them, some of them. Butcher table, the stove, definitely are things we're gonna be needing. Tailor bench is also helpful if we want clothes, because our clothes will deteriorate over time. And do they all at least have clothes to start with? I don't know where, oh, they're both here. Yeah, everyone seems to have clothes. You might not have pants on, Marco, which is a little strange, but you'll get over it. We're gonna just quickly maybe wall this in while we can. We don't have really any wood, do we? Well, they're cutting down some wood. Wall our storage unit in here, and then just like put some doors on it, because we do not need our supplies getting rained on. Not that I don't think it's gonna rain very much in this area, but you get the point of it. Let's put a door here just for like convenience sake. I guess if you're ever like mining or something, do that. We might set this up for a deconstruction. And he's hauling some steel. Good stuff going on for the moment. We're 29 minutes in here, so I think that's a good place to end for right now. So, with that, we will save our game. Don't mind that. We'll call this one, what are these guys' names? Mark Ed Mikabod. Arked Mikabod. Or something. Or Arcade McBod? Something like that. Arcade McBod. 1. That's going to be really annoying to type in, so we'll just call it MEI in the future. So, there we go. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, sure to watch the next one. It's a pretty fun game, and I'm looking forward to playing it. So, I will see you next time.